it's total BS. You understand me? And now they're saying that the cop knee wasn't on his neck, it was on his shoulder. If it was on his shoulder, the man would be hollering about pain in his shoulder. He would have a broken shoulder or a dislocated shoulder, some pain like that. Putting your knee on your shoulder does not prevent you from breathing.
That's right.
So they're bringing all this unnecessary crap into this, trying to damage his character. You know what I'm saying? When he got murdered, and I'm gonna let y'all take the reins for a second. I just got one more thing I gotta say. Danielle Frazier, I believe that's the girl's name. She was the one that actually filmed this murder of George Floyd. And I proposed, I don't know this girl from a can of beans or nothing like that, right? She should be placed in the history books as a Black history figure, because I'm not taking nothing away from Rosa Parks, but Rosa Parks sat on a bus and she was tired and she was tired and she didn't want to get up. So I'm not giving up my seat, white man. You go sit somewhere else. I've been working all day. I had to do 2 shifts because Lucy ain't show up. I'm tired. Go sit the fuck back there somewhere. So just because she didn't want to get up, she started a movement. Danielle Frazier filmed this murder and she started a movement. Whether the looting, whether you okay with the looting, whether you're not okay with the looting. I'm okay with the looting because I tell you one thing. If I was there, I would have looted for sure. I would have hit up Target, Walmart, Walgreens, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I'd have got me some shit. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the only way that this was bringing attention to white America. Because damn, look at Rodney King. Rodney King got his ass whipped. And I swear, if you look at the Rodney King video, you can see DoorDash pulling up with donuts and shit for these officers, and they taking shifts, whipping that man ass. You know what I'm saying? And all them cops got off.
Yep.
All them cops got off. Now we're in this pandemic, and these white people are home. Now they're watching YouTube and Facebook more. Now they're actually seeing, damn, this is what these black people are talking about.
We ain't lying.
We ain't lying. This is actually what they talking about. Witness a man's murder on tape. That's why they're more outraged than these black people that's on Instagram and Facebook. And look, you fake Instagram models. A lot of our black people don't have courage. The courage has been evaporated. You know what I'm saying? Show me your courage. Don't show me no ass and titties on Instagram and Facebook and want to be these and all these filters and something like that. Do something for a cause. Do something with yourself. We done had this man murdered on tape, and half these Facebook posts are something other than demanding justice for what happened. And Mr. Floyd is not the first Floyd that happened. This is just the first one that were a couple that we have saw. There are plenty of George Floyds that's out there. There are plenty of George Floyds that have been murdered by the hand of these dumbass, cowardly ass police. And this just happened to get caught on tape. And I'm going to give y'all the mic for a second. And this defunding shit that everybody's complaining about, defunding the police. This is why they're saying defunding the police. Because they don't want the police to interact with people that they don't have no type of rapport with. You can't go to a call with a mentally challenged person and think that you're going to handle that call and be aggressive and arrest that person, and you're not a psychologist and you don't know how to handle that situation. That's why they're saying defund the police. They're not saying take away the police. Because I'm going to need them. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need the police one day. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to curse somebody out. And I may have to call them up for backup. But I'm going to need the police. I don't want them abolished. I'm going to need them. But I don't need them coming to a call where a mentally challenged person is roughed up for no reason because they don't know how to handle the situation. Defunding the police is allocating services to somebody else to handle situations that the police are just not equipped for. Damn. You know what I mean? Somebody take it, please.
All right, man. You said everything. All right, I'm good.
Oh, no.
Carter?
I mean, you definitely said a lot. So, well, I'm trying to start from the beginning. So, I was definitely affected by the part of the trial where they said, and I'm not sure what his position is, but the current top official medical examiner,
Mm-hmm.
the male with his bullshit, because that's what you was talking about earlier, talking about because your boy was on the drugs, he was too weak. You know, his heart was beating fast. He was too weak to withstand the chokehold that the police officer put on him. What? Not that he put too much pressure. Not that the police officer put too much pressure on him. Not that, like, no responsibility. Like, you down with them. Like, you being paid on the back end. Like, you know, on the unknown unknowns. It just, we go into the, come on, it's some wild government conspiracy. Like, you already know. They don't want to help us. They don't care about us. But it's deeper than that. It's people who are best friends way deep in the situation, like winking at each other, because it really just don't make no sense. And so I appreciate the woman medical examiner though. I appreciate her. They said she was I guess the past medical examiner. He was replaced with her. She co-admitted right out, said it. And so I appreciated that because it just, I really don't understand like why there's even, I mean, okay, I get it why there's a case, right? But I really like, why are we having all these in-depth conversations? I feel like really when it's point blank period and obvious. I mean, you know, I get it. It's 2021. We have to use all the technology that we have, but enough is enough. It seems like every other time, it's all about, and you already said this, destroying the character of the victim. What does the character have to do with their death? Because at the end of the day, no matter what they did wrong while they were living, they were supposed to be what? Like, you know, imprisoned, incarcerated? No, I feel like they should have been rehabilitated. But whatever the system is doing out here to help us, you know, that's where that person should be. But because that person's dead, why does their character even matter? Why does any of those things matter? They're dead now, and it wasn't their fault. They, if there was appropriate protocol used, he would not be dead. He would be doing with what we call it justice by incarcerating people with mental health issues, incarcerating people who are addicted to drugs, incarcerating people who, I mean, come on.
Okay.
Psychology, who got some real deep rooted issues that ain't got nothing to do with what they out here doing for real. And I mean, there's just no love for us. There's just no love. It's just like if you are a people that is so easily willing to throw away your own, of course anybody who doesn't look like you has no value. And that's just how I feel. So,
let me chime on something that Poga said. He said that you realize you are the racist here, right? You are the problem, not the solution. You could not be more wrong, sir. And just because you said that, we're going to give you a free game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your race. I don't know your origin. I don't know if you're male or female. But this show here, we do not censor anybody. Freedom of speech is here. But I'm gonna comment on that. I am not racist at all. What I said is that more white people are upset about George Floyd's murder than black people. So I'm more on the white person's side than my brothers and sisters' side, because my brothers and sisters, my African brothers and sisters, my brown and Latinos and all those other races, they are being ignorant right now to this situation. I'm more so on the white side. If I'm racist, I would be declaring like all white people. Maybe I should have titled the stream a lot better than what I did. I apologize for that. What I'm saying is there are more white people that's upset about what's going on with these murders than black folks. Black folks are not being so, I mean, black folks are more upset because the Jordans didn't come out. They didn't have enough Jordans at Foot Locker. Ain't that a bitch? They're more upset about that than the murdering of somebody that looks just like them. There's somebody that looks just like their father, their uncle, their cousin. Some of the black people are more upset about other situations than that because there's nobody that's reaching out or even talking about it. And I'm gonna name some names. I don't hear Oprah Winfrey talking about this murder. I don't hear Gayle King talking about this murder. I don't hear Kevin Hart talking about this murder. I don't hear about Lil Wayne talking about this murder. The Weeknd. Let's go down the line because they want to save their brand. Fuck your brand. You have a man on tape being killed by a white racist officer that's enjoying that. He has his knee on his neck. He has his knee on his neck for 9 fucking minutes.
Yep.
Let me put my knee on your neck for 9 fucking minutes and let's see how the outcome come there. And he wasn't arrested right away. You mean to tell me if I went inside the Dollar Tree and I stole a pack of chips, Charles County would be right the fuck here to arrest my ass. Lock me up.
What?
I got you on tape.
What?
You got the fucking Pringles right here. You stuff them in your pants and shit. You know what I'm saying? You stuffed them in your pants. Let me get a couple of chips though. But you stuffed them in your pants and you walked out the fucking store. You getting locked up. You going to Charles County. What the fuck do you have to investigate when you killed the man and everybody's saying, hey, get up off of him. He can't breathe. He can't breathe.
Right.
And his attorney is saying, oh, well, they was calling him names. And they was talking bad about him and they was distracting him. Get the fuck out of here, man.
And you know what, Fred? It all deems to human life. He didn't respect him as a human being to help him or to do
Not at all.
anything that they were supposed to do.
Not at all.
He treated him like crap. He treated him just like crap. He came up there. He wanted that day to really humiliate him and make him feel a certain type of way. You know, maybe his intentions wasn't to kill him. He killed him. He killed him point blank. Point blank, and he didn't stop. He got power. He got power from doing that stuff, from controlling that situation, and just not listening, not caring. He didn't treat him like a human being, and that needs to stop. This Black America, White America thing is still there. It's been here from the beginning. There's 2 separate Americas. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What's his name? Pogus.
Can I get back?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick though. But what you said about, because I did actually miss that part of it, right? I do agree with you saying the outrage seems like it's more on the white people's side, with the racism as of lately, and I guess like you said, they're paying attention, they're watching YouTube. It's also let's stand for something because there's nothing to do. But I just feel like we're so outraged. I mean, we're so used. There is no outrage in the black community because we're so used to it. The black brown community, we're so used to it. We're used to being oppressed. we're used to doing whatever it takes, and that real lives being torture and being treated inhumanely. Anything, doing whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
And see, a
Be
lot
worthy.
a lot of y'all white people and Pogus, I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. I appreciate you chiming in, and we're going to give. I hope you have a PC because we're going to give you a game. And like I said again, we don't know if you're black or white. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna even give you a movie too. I'm gonna give you a get Voodoo or Hulu. I'm gonna give you a movie. We're going to give you a movie as well. You know what I'm saying? Because we love you, brother. And I don't even know your race. All right. But we appreciate your comments. You know what I'm saying? But this is it. A lot of white people do not understand what a black person goes through on a daily basis or in an interaction with a cop. You know what I'm saying? Not all cops are bad.
Not all of them.
I got into an incident when I was in Georgia. And when the cop came up, I put my hands up like this. He came to the truck. He was like, "Put your hands down, man. You cool?" I was like, "Nope." He was like, "You can go put your hands down." I said, "Nope." I'm like, he came up to my truck. Nope. You know what I'm saying? I got me a ticket. I'm like this the whole way. Nope. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Nah, man, you're cool, and all that other stuff." So there are white officers out there that get it. But there's a lot of officers out there that don't get it. And you know what I'm saying? And you know the worst officers that's on the force are black officers. Equally, 50-50. Black and white officers are the worst. And people...
Right quick?
Go ahead.
To me, it seems like it's the black officers with white partners that are more of the issue. But from what I've seen.
No. Because when and people know I'm really transparent and I really don't give a fuck because I'm really clear. When I used to hustle down Half Street, this was a while ago, and we had the jump outs come. Let me tell you how these jump outs operated. Because the spot where we was dealing, the police precinct was down the street from where we was working at. They would come up to us and say, "Look, give us whatever, and we won't bust your balls." You know what I'm saying? And these are two black officers. These are two black officers on the force. "Give us whatever, and we won't bust your balls. And then we'll clear out new motherfuckers that come down there." Now, hustling down Half Street, you had a lot of dykes, right? And if you was a straight dude down there, the dykes were allowing you to hustle down there. And fortunately, I was allowed to hustle down there. You know what I'm saying? And they would filter out the new niggas that came down there that tried to make some money because they were like, "Look, we are regulars down here. This nigga just came down here and he taking money away from us." So, you know what I'm saying? Or, answer the flip phone. "Hey, we about to come down there." All right. So we go inside the building and they wonder why we disappear. "Oh, man, we going to make this money and shit." And then the jump outs come and they get their asses. But we're paying these motherfucking cops off. We're paying cops off so we can allow it to be, you know what I'm saying, to do what we do down there. So I don't think it's just the black officers with the white people. And one more thing. And me and Mike, we have I don't want to say his name, but we have a good friend that's an officer that watches us on this show. And he, like, when where he's at and we're streaming, he'll stream that and the whole department will see the shit. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not saying all officers are bad, Mo. We're just saying that majority of them are. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them are. And the thing is that the reason why there's a disconnect from the police and the community is because the police don't police in their community. You have motherfuckers policing in D.C. that live in Montgomery County. What the fuck is going on in Montgomery County? All right, well, look. they done shoplifted a fucking some 25-cent pack of gum at Target. All right, that's the most roughest thing that they got going on in Moe County. Then they come to D.C., then they got to deal with some thug shit. You know what I mean? So they're not accustomed to that. And I've always said, why don't you police in the community that you live in? Because and I see a lot of comments coming in, and I'm not ignoring them. I'm just trying to make a statement. Once the other panelists start speaking, I'll come back in. But when if a police officer is policing in his community, that community would be a lot better than what it is now. Because if you live in Southeast, or you live in Berry Farm, there's no Berry Farm no more. But let's go back in the day. If you lived in Berry Farm and you're patrolling in Berry Farm, you're policing in Berry Farm would have a better outcome than what Berry Farm had. So if Officer Jones lived a couple of doors down, look, Officer Jones on duty. Let's not sell weed, or let's not do that shit while we out here. And then Officer Jones rolls up to us and be like, look, Fred, man, you know you're not supposed to be selling this fucking weed out here. You know I'm patrolling. But go ahead and give me a dime bag and shit. But after that, don't be selling no shit out here, man. Go to fucking the house. And then we'll have respect for him. Like, look, hey, man, come on, Jones is working the shift today. Don't be out here doing like this. And then we'll have more respect for him. And then we'll have respect for that officer. When you're policing in your community, you have a better outcome than living in fucking Gaithersburg and dealing in D.C. What type of reputation or rapport do you have with the community if you're not living in the community, but you're policing the community? And then you have this state of mind, oh, well, he got his pants sagging and shit like that, and he's selling drugs and all this other stuff and all this other thing. He's a fucking drug dealer. You want to know, and I'm about to pass this to you. You know what type of drug dealer I was? I was a drug dealer with a purpose. What I did was I made enough money to get what I had to get for my music career, and I got the fuck out the game. I didn't stay there and fucking like, okay, I'm a sell some drugs to get the next Jordans, or I'm gonna sell some drugs to get this car and that car. Nigga, I had a fucking broke down 300ZX that I had problems with. You know what I'm saying? I had a nice car, and I had money for, Pampers for my child and shit like that. And I had money to get what I had to get for my music equipment. And then after I got that, I was out the fucking game. So not every drug dealer is in the game for that financial come up, because if you stay in the drug game for that amount of time, either you're gonna wind up dead, you're gonna wind up in jail. You know what I'm saying? And people that know me, like I said, I'm really transparent. I've been locked up a whole bunch of times and shit, but it's been for like some, traffic cases and shit like that. Traffic cases and shit like that, but I mean more serious shit, but mostly when I was younger, traffic cases, driving without no license, driving with no license, driving this, driving that and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't, some dumb shit. It wasn't like, okay, we found a pound of fucking ounce of this and a pound of this and a kilo. Nah, nigga, you ain't gonna find nothing on me. I treated my drug dealing like a 9-to-5 job. Okay. I'm calling the dykes like, hey, yo, look, I'm going to be like 30 minutes late. Man, you better hurry up and get down here. Blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, I'm on my fucking way. All right, I'm 10 minutes away. All right, I'm 5 minutes away. I'm right by the 7-Eleven. Let me go get 5 wings and shit, and then I'll be down there. Did my shit, did my little shift, and then got the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't categorize a black man selling drugs as this like thuggish type dude and all this misinformation, and then you can't categorize a person that's on drugs as this person that's out of his mind. And just because he does drugs, we shouldn't even be talking about this shit. We shouldn't even be talking about the drugs. So the fuck what? He had drugs in his system. So the fuck what? Is that a fucking crime? Is that a fucking crime? Y'all remember, we wasn't, African Americans wasn't brought to this country. We got on the Carnival Cruise thinking that like, oh yeah, man, we gonna play shuffleboard and all this other shit. And then when we got to America, the motherfuckers like, nah, nigga, you about to work for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold the dang what the travel agency said. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. You know? Like, nah, man. So we was forced over to this stolen land. We was forced over to this stolen land that belonged to the Native Americans. This land don't belong to the white people. This land don't belong to the black people. They don't belong to all the Spanish people working at McDonald's. They don't belong to none of us. They belong to the motherfucking Indian reserve people that you... When the last time you saw a fucking Indian? Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah.
Somebody take it, please. Somebody take it, please.
My aunt is a police officer, and so I trust her when she told me and confirmed that my grandmother confirmed to her that we definitely are part Native American.
You say you part of Native American?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have it. You look like it.
My grandmother is like.
You have it in you. If somebody really look at you a little bit hard enough, yeah.
But we all like mixed with something.
Well, we are now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying now. Like, shit.
We know Mike mixed with something. Mike light skinned, so he mixed with something. You know what I'm saying? Your ancestors raped somebody light skinned. I think my ancestors just like dark meat, cause I'm dark as a motherfucker. So they was like, nah, we don't want that light motherfucker. Let's get this dark pussy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So my generation was like, all of us was darkies. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have a light skin. I do have a light skinned person in my family. Yeah, no, cause cause my mother dark skin, but my sister light skin. So yeah, we, you know what I'm saying? We got the pit bull effect because we come in brindle and dark skin and all this other shit. Yeah. So yeah, but that's what it is.
But to get back to the topic.
yeah. Have you just met Fred? Yeah, that's what he does.
Just hey, you got to realize that when we do the show, hey Mike, let me tell her, we the cat on the string, like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that shit be going on. But go ahead, Cardi, what you gotta say?
No, I was just gonna say, like, you before you kind of went off on a tangent, you said something really important, which was we should not be talking about the drugs. And so, you know, coming from I went to pharmaceutical school, so you know, I do understand. We definitely don't want to put like anybody's overdose on somebody else. But again, the evidence, like before even checking any type of scientific motherfucking report, the evidence is fucking obvious that you chose to kill this fucking man. So let's just, why can't we just keep it 100 about that?
It was a murder on TV.
Yeah, just another one though. Just another one.
Another one. Hmm?
Just another one. And it's always somehow our fault. And not even our fault that we deserved it, because that's what the character annihilation is really about. That we deserved that for our fault. And I mean, kind of like what you said. Regardless of whether you was born here or you wanted to come here, you're not treated the way you should be treated. Like
right.
If you are brown or tan or yellow, you're not treated the way you should be treated. You're not treated equally. Let's just say that, right? You're not treated equally. You're not treated fairly. And so everybody has to go what they have to go through. But when are we going to set the standards of everybody to be treated like a fucking human for real? Because I thought that's what it said in the Constitution. I thought one of those really nice paperwork about freedom of speech and this and that. Like, come on. It's just...
And you know what? And the whole thing about the police or what the police is supposed to be now, supposed to say, protect and serve. They're servants for us, to protect and serve us. They supposedly took an oath on far as with that, what they're supposed to do, protect and serve.
Right.
And we're so desensitized, that's the word far as, because we see this stuff every day. And that's why we're like, okay, it's another one, it's another one, it's another one, it's another one. But I do like the fact that we do have these cell phones and all this other footage now that's brought to light. Because so many stuff has, like you said earlier, Fred, slipped through the cracks. You know what they used to do down south, as well as just all throughout the state. So it just really makes you think, be like, wow.
And just imagine, see, this is why I don't fuck with Judge Judy, right? Because I watched it, I don't fuck with Judge Judy, or I don't fuck with Steve Harvey. Because the reason why I don't fuck with Steve Harvey is because when he met with Donald Trump, you knew what the fuck he was getting into. And the reason why I don't fuck with Judge Judy is because there was an episode where this black guy was on there, and he said that the police did this, that, and the other. Judge Judy came back and said, police officers don't do that. Police officers are trained to do this. And she just dismissed everything that she said, that this guy said. You have to understand, this black guy talking shit about this white cop. You have to understand, we have just got fucking cell phones with cameras on them to record what's going on, that the courts are not even considering. When you have a case against a black man and a white cop, you have to take into consideration, okay, there are some black people that lie. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you was doing 60 in the 75. You was in the Camaro. Yeah, nigga, you was doing 60. Come on, man. You was doing 60. But just because you was doing 60 doesn't mean that the cop can rough you up. It's just a fucking traffic violation. And many times that when we go to courts, we are held to a lower standard, or we have to be a higher standard than what a white person has to be when we go to court. So any fucking situation, we have to prove our case 100 times more than what a white person has to do. Because when they walk in and they look at us, I don't care if you have dreads. Dreads does not stop you from being a productive citizen. Yeah. Dreads does not stop you from having intelligence. Dreads don't stop you from being educated. Yeah. But your appearance. Why do every time that we go to court, they a lot of us say, man, you gotta dress white and you gotta talk white. What the fuck is talking white? Yeah. And what the fuck is talking and dressing white?
Right. Oh, can I comment on that?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a whole stigma, what you just said. That is a part, again, the deep-rooted issues in the black society and how we use these terms of what is black and what is white, when what we're really talking about is what is clean and what is nice and what is proper or what is professional or what is casual. Like there's words for, you know what I'm saying? There's words that we need to be using, but instead it's like a stigma in our brain that this is white people stuff. This is what white people do. This is, if I do this, I'm not black. Or I'm not being black enough or acting black. And so, I mean, my siblings are okay, on the podcast is Mobius, right? Oh. And he was like this color. Right. He was like this color. To the point where we went to the same elementary school, but when he went to the elementary school, in fact, he got chased home and they told him that he was white and that he was not black because he was light skinned. I also have a little sister that's like super light skinned. My other two brothers, they got their tans, like, you know, I wasn't this color, but they got their tan, they got tanned up, you know what I'm saying, over the summer. They love the sun. But my sister, she's still like this. And so I wonder, you know, what she's going through and how she's dealing with that, because the colorism I feel like their racism towards us has been inverted, and now we are dealing with our own colorism. But it's not. I feel like the base of the colorism isn't really. It's not just about how they've treated us. It's about the not knowing who we really are.
Mhm.
And so then to me that leads down the rabbit hole of the ancestry DNA, and then I don't know who profiled the DNA. I don't trust that white person. So I don't know. I don't got the answer to nothing. I'm just confused. I'll be watching other people take their ancestry DNA and be like, yeah,
That's nice.
like we mixed. I don't like. I'm black enough.
And to say like,
Oh,
I think a lot of black people we're real fucked up. African Americans are real fucked up because we don't help one another as much as we do. Look at the other races. Why the fuck you go on if you want to go get 3 wings and rice? Any fucking block you can go get it.
Who's getting 3 wings though? I'm sorry to cut you off, but who's getting 3 wings, dude?
Oh well,
who's getting 3 wings?
I'm
we getting
getting
6 and up. Six and up with the motherfuckers.
I'm getting 3.
I'm not getting no rice.
I'm getting 3 wings and rice. I'm shit. Because I don't want to eat that much.
They talking about that on the podcast. I'm just mad because I heard you say it before, and I'm just really
yeah. But I say that because of look at the community that the Orientals and the overseas people are doing. Do you notice when you go inside of a carry-out restaurant, if you go on Marlboro Pike and you go get 3 wings and rice, Cardi.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been to Marlboro Pike in what state?
Forestville or District Heights, Maryland. You notice everybody has the same containers. Everybody have the same containers. Everybody have the same bags. You know why them Chinese people have the same bags and the same containers and the same chicken and the same rice? It's because they buy in bulk together. Them motherfuckers stick together. That's why the carryouts are so profitable. So it don't matter if you go to Easterns or you go to fucking Lucy's carryout. All of them are making money off the black community. But if you go into one of the black t-shirt shops and shit, first of all, my black brothers and sisters, if you selling t-shirts, you're not Ralph Lauren. You don't have that reputation. So buying a white t-shirt, a white wife beater, don't charge me $50 for a fucking white. I can go in Target and buy a fucking 5-pack for under $10. With your design on it, okay. But don't charge me $100 fucking dollars. What I'm saying is that black businesses need to do a better practice than what they're doing right now. Because the white community is winning. The Chinese or Oriental community is winning. Because they know how to stick together. Black businesses don't know how to stick together because we don't know how to promote each other. Because black businesses think, okay, let me get famous or let me get money and then I'll fuck with you. But I'm not going to fuck with you while I'm trying to get to share the fucking wealth. If I'm doing the same service as you, don't give me the directions how to get there. Just give me a detailed map on how you can get there. So I can get there in an appropriate time. I'm not asking you for a handout. I'm just asking you for certain directions to get to where you at. Don't give me $1 million. Tell me how to get $1 million. Write the instructions. Okay, do step A, step B, step C. And then maybe when I look at it, maybe I can jump from B to E because I found a better way. But you gave me the platform on how to get it. Black communities don't do that. The white community, they stick together. The black communities don't. The Spanish people, they stick together. Just the black communities don't.
I want to touch on that. I feel like it's okay. So because we've been like so oppressed, and it's like it's a few people climbing up. I feel like what is it? It's the crabs in the bucket kind of thing.
That's
but it's
exactly
not
what it is.
necessarily that. It's the person that's climbing up that's afraid of that happening to them. And so why are you so afraid to build something on your back that can help others come up? Because I feel like the reverse side of the crabs in the bucket, right?
Uh-huh.
That's like, that's like it's overwhelming. It's too much. That's like it's one person or a few people with everybody else on their back. That's what the problem is. But the upside to it is, okay, you remember World War Z?
Uh-huh.
What them zombies do? Nigga, I'm trying to go. We all trying to go to the point where you trying, and I'm trying to, and I'm gonna climb on your back, and I'm gonna climb on your back, and what? And then we up, and you can, and we fucking everything up like those zombies. Like why we not on that type shit? And in order to do that though, in order to have that same concept, that means you gotta teach your brother, you gotta teach your sister, you gotta teach your cousin, you gotta teach the nigga on the street that be like that you don't know that could be your potential competition. Give him the game. Like, what is it killing? What is it killing you to have a conversation? Ain't nobody tell you to do the work for him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can tell you, you need some bags and stuff. I heard you can go to uline.com. Like, come on. Like, what? Like, get this shit, a wholesale something.com. Like, come on. It should be a teamwork. We should be giving this out to each other because, like you said, they sticking together. It's not just they sticking together. They're sharing their information with each other.
Exactly. We're
not doing that.
Like,
we selling dreams to each other, trying to impress each other. You ain't even got nothing, and you trying to impress. Like, you don't have generational wealth. So who are you impressing with some Jordans on?
no.
Like, I'm just too much for me.
And black people now, progress. This, I rag on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So when I rag on anybody, I think they deserve it. But black people, and I'm not racist because if I'm racist, I wouldn't rag on black people. Black people just have. I'm not gonna say all. And I may have made a mistake, and I see your comments. I'm not gonna say all, but some of us, when we get that success in life, we are able to move up in life. We forget where we come from, and that starts the racism between black people. And I'm telling you now, there are a lot of Africans that come over to this country that say, no pun intended, well, why don't you have a BMW yet? You've been over here all this time and you don't have a BMW.
Hold on. You said we forget where we come from, but we don't know where the fuck we don't know. They telling us we can't place it.
I'm talking about when people, when our black brothers and sisters make a successful career out of their life. When they make a business that works. When they have wealth and they're able to, you know what I'm saying, do all the things in life. They have a successful business. They have a successful career. They're able to send their kids out to college. They're able to travel, do all this other stuff. While, you know, a lot of us black folks have ideas. We have ideas and we have dreams and we know what we want to do, but we just don't know how to get there. But then you have a black person that says that's gotten there, that's gotten to the top, and not willing to share the information. And what it is, well, I don't want to lose my dollars if this motherfucker gets up here. They're gonna be in competition with me. So if you have, okay, let's say if you have a tattoo business, you're a tattoo artist, and you make millions of dollars doing tattoos, and you have an up and coming brother doing tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I want to get up there. They don't share the wealth. They don't share how to be successful. Everybody that's watching this channel and everybody on this panel has a side business. Let's take Mike, for instance. Mike's wife, she bakes delicious cakes and pastries. You know what I'm saying? And when we advertise her on this page, or there's somebody that can come out and say, "Hey, look, Dot, do this, do that," and then you'll skyrocket your business. But they don't want to do that because they're afraid of, okay, Dot's cake may taste better than my shit. I don't want to promote her because they may take over my shit. Cardi, with your situation, you have a couple of different businesses opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You say, okay, I do this, my husband does that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers will look at that and be like, I'm not gonna tell her, you know what I'm saying, where to go because she may cut into my shit. That people may start doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that a lot of black people are afraid that somebody's going to overstep them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hold on. Okay, and so that's what I meant when you were saying like they forget where they come from. I understand what you're saying, but I mean, if you never knew, if you never understood that this is what roots look like, or what is it like this or something, I don't know, but you know it's intertwined. That's my point, right? This is all brown people, or pick your side of brown people if you just want to be African American community or Spanish community or whatever, but for our sake, come on. If you don't understand that this is what it should be, that you need to replenish your roots, that you need to build a generational wealth, not just for you and your family, but the difference you could make on the world. And that's what people are that's what I feel like is missing when you don't understand, when you don't have a culture, or you don't, what happened to family reunions? What happened to, I feel like that's a big part of it. What happened to family Sunday dinners? Mm-hmm. What happened to the importance of having a father, one father or two, maybe, but not like 5, 10 different daddies in the home? I don't know. Like, what happened to the morals and the ethics? And I think it all get lost in the assimilation, the seeing what they doing on TV, and what they doing on TV ain't us. But then where we slowly start becoming a people that has decided, I don't want to live with my parents. I don't want to live with my family because I don't want to be responsible. I don't want to follow the rules. Like, it's what? Like, what are you talking about? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, why are Spanish people living 10 deep in the house? Well, because they're going to pay the house off. They're going to pay the house off, shorty. And they might sell it and we can split it and go our separate ways. Or, shoot, whoever gets the bag up first, they going to move out. We going to rent out a room. Mm-hmm. They keeping the money coming. Like, why? Because they're going to go get their Camaro. They're going to pay that Camaro off, or they bought it in cash, honey. Because I'm living in a house with my family. Because we uplift each other. We eat together. We take care of each other. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that people are so lost. I want to make enough money so I can get out of the hood. Not I want to make enough money so I can buy the hood up and rebuild it. So ain't nobody trying to do that. Or the people I seen do it, they trying to buy up somebody else's hood. Yep. You got tore down houses on your street, but you trying to invest in somebody else's block. Right. So you could be bringing up the value on your home. Like, I ain't never had a house so crazy. I'm on my way though. I'm gonna get to it.
Right. Right.
Let's get it together. That's the point. Black business, we gotta help each other out. Something brown business, we gotta do something. We gotta stop leaving each other behind.
And this all comes back to what we're taught in school. Because what you're taught in school, you take out to the world. I've never seen a course in elementary or high school on finances for black people. And in high school, you're taught, African Americans are taught how to be a worker and not a boss. You're taught how to work for somebody, but you're not taught how to get people to work for you. And that's a problem in high school teaching. The curriculum needs to change because as a youth, When I was in high school and Black History Month, which is the most bogus history lesson in America. I know more about Jane Pittman and Cicely Tyson than I know about anybody else. We would sit in a classroom and watch Roots, and then they would wonder why, Fred, you need to come to the office. Fred, why you beat up that white kid? Because I just seen him calling us a nigga, and we just saw Cicely Tyson, you know what I'm saying? Or you know, Toby getting his foot cut off, and they laughing at that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back into high school where you have teachers putting these kids out in the world. And sometimes your kids respect your teacher more than they respect you. Sometimes these kids listen to the teacher more than they listen to their parents. And if the teacher is still teaching curriculum from the 80s or the 70s or the 60s, where do you think that they're going to be able to filter out that? Because if they're going to school and the teacher is teaching them, all black people aren't bad. There's a lot of black people that are fucked up. There's a lot of white people that's fucked up. There's a lot of Asian people that's fucked up. But you need to learn how to filter that. And then if they're teaching how just black people are just fucked up all in general, and then you go home and then your parents are racist and they're telling you how black people are being all fucked up and all, they're not worth nothing, then you're not learning any fucking thing. We need to start changing the curriculum in high school before anything else, because teachers are teaching your kids. Teachers are the ones that are molding your child to become what they are today. Because let's face it, your kid is not going to listen to you. Your kid is going to think you talking that dumb shit. Let's just be facts. Because you're setting so many rules. Hey, go out there and cut the grass. Go out there and do the dishes. Clean your room. Man, fuck that. I don't want to keep cleaning my room. What I clean in my room and I'm doing the dishes. What they doing? They just paying bills. Nigga, you don't realize how we going to work and getting chewed the fuck out to make sure that you got the next Xbox, or unless you got access to the next Xbox or the PlayStation 5. They don't realize that shit. But if they kids listen to outdoor sources more than they listen to their parents. And that is a proven fact. I don't give a fuck what you say to your kid. You can tell your kid the right thing. They're not going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to listen to people out on the street. And then 20 years or 30 years down the line, when they have their own kids, they're going to say, damn, that's what my father was talking to. That's what you know what I'm saying? Because in the kid's life, 50% of what they know is in school. That's teachers and other communities and shit. Then you got 30% on the street. Then you're only left with 20% of teaching your child right from wrong. And they taking that 20%. The fuck is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're dealing with the shit that we're dealing with today. You know what I mean? And it's just a fucked up situation how it's 2000. We're in the 2000 mark of this life. And black people are still being projected as these vicious, druggy people, which is not the fucking case. Even with a crackhead can be functional. But you know the difference between a black crackhead and a white crackhead? It's just the color of his skin. That's it. I guarantee anybody watching this episode, I guarantee you're working with a crackhead. You're working with a crackhead. whether they're black or white, you're working with somebody on drugs. I guarantee. I guarantee. And the motherfuckers are the sharpest motherfuckers at all because they're more cautious. You know what?
Yeah.
I'd rather work with a crackhead than the motherfucker that's sober. Cause you know what? The crackhead gonna be more sober. They gonna know all the fucking rules. They gonna know all the rules. Let me tell you something. You ask a crackhead, you say, what's 2 + 2 when he's sober? The motherfucker gonna give you a million different answers. If you ask a motherfucker that's on crack or that's on drugs, you ask him what 2 + 2 is, that motherfucker, he gonna give you precise information. Well, 2 + 2 is 4. And then you take down the equation of this Quavo and that. Them motherfucker turn into a mathematician. And you like, damn, I should be smoking crack. Shit, this motherfucker know the equations and the metaphors of the triangle and this. Man, give me a hit of that shit. You know what you got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I see the numbers. Motherfucker. A crackhead is the best motherfucker that you can work with. A crackhead will have the best advice. So, when you're talking about people
I don't support this message.
when you're talking about a crackhead does this, does that, and the other, that's not fucking true. That's not true.
Okay, you were talking about the education system. That's perfect. That's wonderful. And you were talking about defund the police. Boom. Full circle. The police need to be re-educated. We need to start with the youth, but the whole system of everything, the justice system, the school system, the police, the whole thing, the manual. I mean, this shoot to kill shit. Let's why is that the first thing that y'all being taught? That's something else. And so roughing people up, the definition of deadly force. What's the thing they call it when you're in jail?
Incarcerated?
No. When you being mistreated, inhumanely.
Oh, being black?
Yeah. I mean, that's not
abused, torture.
Something like that. But it's one of those very specific words. Cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah.
It's things like that it all needs to be like redefined and how do we, once it's redefined now, what is put in place to make sure we're really doing these things to protect people's lives, because it's just sick. So shout out to some show on HBO with the dude from The Wire was on there talking about like jails and growing up in the what is it called, like in the institution of jail, and I think that's
being institutionalized or anything like that.
Yeah, but it was like growing up institutionalized. So he showed like from like 12, and it was 13 and 14-year-olds and 17-year-olds and 21 up into who've been in there all their life, and then his cousin was in there for 20 years, and it was just all of these different solutions that different states and different counties have done to try to stop crime, to try to deter putting children in adult-like prisons for things that they need to be rehabilitated for, because all you're going to do, I know you're a wild nigga, I just told you deal with that bottom smell. What?
Yeah, this is what I deal with.
Get your life together.
Yes.
Hey, welcome to the game show.
Welcome to Fred White.
Brown before. But just going on what you said, like, it's the whole education system about everything. It needs to be redefined. It needs to be worked on, because the way shit is right now is not working.
I just don't think that the black community, we just don't know how to stick together. We don't know how to stick together. We don't know how to uplift another person.
Love.
Because if you're going through something in life and you just revel on that person's tragedy, that's a fucking problem. That's a fucking problem. Because we're all going through troubled times right now with this pandemic. And let's not blame China. Let's blame the Grand Wizard. Let's blame him because he knew about the shit way in advance, and then he just wanted to bring the shit up in, a couple of months later. And I don't even believe that he had the coronavirus, because if he had the coronavirus, like I was telling you, Mike, I got to get tested, and I don't know if I had it. And then I've been, well, thank you, Brandon. What the fuck is his name? Brandon, whatever. But y'all know, Brandon, whatever. This motherfucker gave a gift that kept giving. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Broxtail, or whatever the fuck his name is. But I'm going to blast him out. But he was the one that, had the corona and then passed it on. And we had, what was just past, like Easter dinner? Easter? The Easter just passed? Whatever the fucking holiday, and we had, I had people over the house, and he passed that shit on to somebody, and then, my house potentially got infected. So thank you, Brandon. Hold up. Let me get his last name. Brandon, what the fuck?
Okay.
Why you gonna put his last name on there?
And
Then they gonna go to his house and beat him up. What's wrong
nah,
with
Brandon be all right. He a big boy. He can take care of himself. But,
oh, really?
but I told them, I check on Brandon, periodically and shit. And then when I check on him, when I get off the phone, I say, well, I'll talk to you later. You go ahead back to go being sick and shit. Brandon, what the fuck? Oh, let me, give me a second, y'all. Brandon.
Motherfuckers.
You gonna get him ran down on by Fauci?
Oh, Davis. That's that motherfucker. Thank you, Brandon Davis. This motherfucker done gave the gift that kept giving. So somebody had that shit, and then they passed it on, and then everybody in the house had to get tested and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wasn't able to pick up Dot's. What's your wife? Her business? Dot's what? Dot's Desserts. Yeah. And let me tell you, his wife makes the best fucking. She candy lies. She slices these oranges and candy lies the shit. And I'm telling you that whatever that shit was, that shit is on point. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go to Dot's Desserts and shit. And
let me get a lemon orange John. How much was it?
It's $30.
I ain't paying no $50 for no.
No, it's $30, and the cakes are worth it.
But it's worth it if it was.
Wait. Can I get it in a week though?
She can.
We'll
Dot can make it in a day or something, right?
Well, we'll get it. We'll talk about it after the show.
Nah, my anniversary for real. I need that ace.
But she can't. She candy lies the orange, and when you eat the orange, it's like eating a piece of candy because the skin is on it and all that. And then she bakes the fucking cake, and the shit is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was supposed to pick up a fucking cake from Mike, and then when I called Mike, I was on the road. I was like, hey Mike, I don't think you want to fuck with me this week because I think I might have the corona and shit. You know what I'm saying? So. I mean, Dot makes a delicious fucking cake, and we blame this shit on Trump because Trump. If it wasn't for Trump, then I would have had a fucking Dot's dessert cake and shit. But that's on. Somebody take it because I done fucking forgot where I was going.
Yeah, I think we need to see about wrapping this up because you like, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question, Fred. Quick question. Before we started, you had a whole bottle, right?
I had a half a bottle.
I was about
You
to
sure
say,
it
don't
was a
play
whole
with him
bottle?
like that.
It's gone.
I ain't had none of it. I would like to drink some of it. Damn.
Oh, let me tell y'all, the motherfucking Crown Peach. That's the Crown Peach in the can. Oh my god, this would change your fucking life. I'm trying to tell you, this Crown Peach in the can, I found the shit when I was in Florida. They got the Crown Royal Peach, they got the Crown Royal Apple, and they got the Crown Royal regular. Mike, when I called, you remember when I called you? I said, "Hey, Mike, hey, they got the Crown Royal in the can." And like Mike, like I'm asleep, but what the? What are you talking about, Mike? They got the Crown Royal in the can, man. It's man.
It was like Christmas morning, Fred. It was like Christmas morning. So.
Man, it felt like 1985 all again when I'm unwrapping the Transformer. I was like, I seen that shit and I said, oh my God, they got Crown. It's not Photoshop. It's Crown Royal in the can. And I drunk that shit. And let me tell you, this will change your fucking life. This Crown Royal in the can, this peach. Man.
Are you selling it? Are they sponsoring this video?
Oh no, they ain't sponsoring it.
No, they need to. They need to, because you do a lot of plugs. Hold on, what's the Crown? You need to holler at the brother.
I'm
holler at
telling
the brother. If you go over to your right,
if you can
he tests a lot of your product, a whole lot.
If you look at my bar downstairs I got a bar that's 3 tiers. So on the top I got an ice maker. Then I got a drink mixer, and then I got the cups and shit. On the second tier, I got the dark liquor separated from the white liquor. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, call me racist on the liquor if you want to. On the bottom, I got the wine, and then the don't touch section.
Segregated?
Yeah, my wine is segregated. And on the bottom,
it's segregated?
Because when people come into the house, don't touch my fucking Crown Royal. Don't you dare touch my Crown Royal. You better not. Don't even lick your lips and look at my shit, because only a limited amount of people get to taste my Crown Royal.
Let me get that one. I want that Crown Royal.
I got Crown Royal Peach. I got Crown Royal Honey. I got Crown Royal Vanilla. I got Crown Royal Apple. I got Crown Royal Regular. I got Crown Royal Apple. Vanilla or Vanilla Maple. I got all the flavors of Crown Royal. The honey is hard to come by. You know what I'm saying? I copped that. But
hey Fred.
Yeah.
Hey Fred. Let's go and see about wrapping this up, brother.
Oh.
Boy, that's here today.
Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor.
You
Rest
got
in peace, all the little black boys and black girls.
Mm.
So that's it. Rest in peace to DMX, George Floyd, Dirk, whatever the fuck his name is, Derek C. Coon or Cunt or whatever his name is. They're putting George Floyd on trial and not putting his murder on trial because they're trying to bring up different scenarios on why he's killed. And if you look at the full video, you will see that this man was killed on camera. So why is America more upset about black Americans? I don't know. Progress, please send us your information so we can send you. If you have a PC, we're going to send you a game. Okay? We're not going to send you no old shit. We're not going to send you like The Sims 1 and shit. We're going to send you some updated shit. We're going to send you a PC updated game, or we're going to send you a movie. And you can ask Clinkin. This is what we do at the Gamer Show. So we appreciate you commenting on the show. Y'all keep the discussion going on. We appreciate everybody that's coming on. Again, Shady Cartier, please tell folks where they can contact you and get at you at.
You could pull up, listen, go ahead and Google it. No, probably not. On YouTube, it's the Unknowns Podcast. On Instagram, it's Unknown, Unknown. But instead of an S, use a 5, and instead of an O, use a 0. Definitely hit me up. Thank you, asyncreality.com, for sponsoring our second season. Definitely in regards to building Black communities, Async Reality, asyncreality.com will help you out if you're trying to build up your business. So check it out. But yeah, what's up? What's good? It's Shady Cartier. Thanks for letting me be on y'all show. I appreciate the opportunity, and we gotta get on that blackout
That's what I'm talking
party.
about. Get on those sticks.
Okay,
Get on those sticks.
let me do something with
Exactly.
Stop Begging. Stop Begging had he asked me to read this. Now let's move the crack charge because the media posed a video with the crack rock in this month. Well, as we said before, they're trying to turn this into a George Floyd trial. George Floyd is no longer here due to the cop that killed him on camera. So George Floyd should not be on trial. The cop that killed him should be on trial. So with these drug overdose, let's not even talk about that. So what? Or even if he was on it, it does not matter. That doesn't give you the right to kill this man. When the man is calling for his mother, when this man is saying, I cannot breathe, I can't breathe, and you still kill him. Facts. Yes. Stop Begging. Thank you, brother. Stop Begging. I think you're new to the channel. Please send me your information. Mike and I are going to send you a movie. I don't know what the fuck it is, but we're going to send you a movie. Maybe Wonder Woman 1984. Maybe. Hold up.
Don't make him mad. Don't make him mad.
Oh no, we don't want you to not watch the channel no more.
Nobody like I ain't even seen the movie, but don't nobody seem to like it. So.
We'll send you a blockbuster. We'll send you a movie. We'll send you a movie. Not Wonder Woman. We'll send you something. So you need to get like Vudu or Hulu or iTunes or something like that. Just send us out your information. We'll send you a code for Vudu or iTunes or whatever to download. Also, Progress, we're wanting to send you a game or a movie for commenting on the topic. Again, say this: the Gamer Show, we do not censor anybody. You are free to say what you want to say. You are encouraged to agree or disagree with what we are saying. Mind you, these are opinions of Mike and myself and of the guest host. So do not hold this as actual facts because this is what Fred Y thinks. This is what Mike C thinks. This is what Shady thinks. These are just opinions. These are not facts. Because we weren't there, although we're talking about it, we were not there at any of the topics that we were talking about. We were not there at DMX's death. We were not there at George Floyd's death. We've just known what is putting out on social media, and we known what is put out on video. As far as George Floyd, we have seen the video, at least some of us have seen the video in its entirety. We've came up to our own personal conclusion of the matter. So this is our opinions. This is not facts. Anything that we present to you all are our opinions. We don't consider them as being legitimate. We present them of being the Gamer Show's facts because this is what we give out to you all. This is what we think. Even if Mike and I, when we do a show and we may not agree on the topic, some with video games, Mike has his reasons and I have my reasons. These are facts coming from the show itself. But these are not facts that could stand up in the court of law. You understand what I'm saying? So these are our facts. These are our facts from the Gaming Show. And we appreciate everybody that has commented on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch TV. We, give out big love. And even if you disrespect us, man, we still give out love. You can say, hey, Fred, you black as a motherfucker. Thank you. Let me sing you a game and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I already know I'm dark. You know what I mean? So you can say, hey, Mike, you light skinned than the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't that light. Damn that.
You know what I mean? We still show you the same fucking love. You know what I'm saying? So
It is all good.
Stop begging. Send us your information. We'll send you a code out for the latest movie. Let us know what movie you want to. If we have it, you know what I'm saying. We'll send you out a digital code. Tell us what movie that you want. Progress. Tell us what game that you want. You know, in reason. You know, we have Grand Theft Auto. We have Fallout. We have.
Yeah, I want GTA 5. Go ahead and send that to unknown Instagram.
Damn, unknown. You have a PC?
Actually, for The Sims 3, I do have a
Okay. Do you have Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, I don't have it at all. I beat it before, but I don't have it.
You don't have the latest Grand Theft Auto?
I thought GTA 5 was the latest one.
Yeah, do you have that one?
No.
She said she beat him.
I don't own any of them. I just beat it.
Okay, so we'll give you GTA 5 for coming on the show. I just have to link up with you. And
hey, Fred, can you give me a game too? I come on the show all the time. I want something to play. No, I'm good. I got everything. I'm good.
So we
oh man,
just tell you a history about that.
And to the fans, if you really love Fred, definitely send him the Crown Royal Pizza in the can.
Oh boy,
yeah.
Could you just imagine?
More.
If you can find, look, if anybody watching this show, if you can find me Crown Royal in a can, the peach, because I only can find it in Georgia. Well, I can only find it in Florida. That's the only place I found it at, right? If you can find me that, or you can find me a Bull Terrier, I'm talking about Chico. I'm talking about Spuds McKenzie. I'm trying to find that dog because they don't sell them in Maryland. I will bless you. I'm looking for Crown Royal in the can. They sell it in a 4-pack. It can be the Crown Royal Peach, the Crown Royal Apple, the Crown Royal, but you have to bless Mike and myself with the Crown Royal. And even Cardi, do you drink Crown Royal?
The apple.
Okay, so you have to bless Cardi, Shady Cartier.
I want the peach one. I want to taste it. I haven't tasted it.
Mike had the peach. How the peach taste, Mike?
As long as it don't taste
fantastic, bro.
Oh, it was awesome.
So what?
You just don't know how I reacted when I walked inside that ABC store in Florida, and I was just picking up shit, and I was only going in there to get a bottle of Crown Royal Peach because they sell it. So it's so expensive up in Maryland. So when I walked through that aisle and I seen cases of Crown Royal Peach, I was like, okay, let me get this. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get the vanilla, the apple, and the peach. I was like, okay, fine. Then when I went to go pay for it, I'd seen this damn display of Crown Royal in a can. It said $12. I said, ah! Man, I was so fucking elated, Slim. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when I called Mike. I said, yo, Mike, that's a fucking Crown Royal Peach in the can, Slim. I'm good this. Like, Fred, hold up. What you talking about, Fred? Oh, slow down. I was like, you want me to get you some Crown Royal and peach? Fred, just give me some Crown Royal and peach. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Yeah, I was. Hey, Slim.
Oh man.
I was so excited to see that damn Crown Royal because I seen the pictures on the internet, but I thought they was Photoshop. And when I saw that damn Crown Royal, I got that shit. And I was on my way home. And you know how much I fuck with my man Will Robinson. I fuck with him tight because I called Will and I was like, Will, do you want a case of this Crown Royal? He was like, yeah, but I thought he was fucking around, you know what I'm saying? So I gave him one of my Crown Royal canned peaches on my way back home and shit. He was like, yeah, man, if you can find that Crown Royal again, you know what I'm saying? Give me the jump. I'm telling you, that motherfucking Crown Royal and that 12-ounce can, I'm telling you, it's like you remember going into high school and you looking at everybody with them government notebooks and you got the Trapper Keeper? That's how I felt.
You take it way back.
You felt like you was that for real? The Trapper Keeper?
I felt like I had to.
Yeah, I know it was. You showing your age right there, brother.
Hey, Mike.
Hey,
I ain't about to buy that.
what's a Trapper Keeper?
Notebook?
Hey, Mo. I felt like I had the best fucking Trapper Keeper in the fucking world. I felt like I had all the folders that separated social studies, science, math, whatever, lunch, gym, whatever the fuck. But I had.
Next time.
Hey, Slim. I felt like I had the Trapper Keeper back in the 80s, man. When I found that shit. And when I tasted it.
Water, bro. I'm too sober for this.
Man. When I drank that Crown Royal Peach, all I saw was fucking. I just went back to my childhood. I remember playing Muscles on the Nintendo, on the regular Nintendo. I remember playing Kung Fu on the fucking the Commodore 64. I said this when I drank that Crown Royal Peach in the can. I said, this is what I've been missing all my life. I finally found the reason why I've been put on this earth. And it's to drink.
Hey, you know what? You better send this to Crown Royal so they can start sending you some checks, okay? Because you are selling the hell out of this thing, brother. All right? You are selling the hell out of this thing.
You know what the fucked up part is? When I put it on Facebook, right? When I put that shit on Facebook, my man Keith, I talked to him because Keith he lives in Georgia, right? And apparently they got it in abundance down there. I was like, man, the Crown Royal Peach, da da da. And I called him up. I was like, hey, yo, Keith, I found the Crown Royal Peach. He said, yeah, man, I know. We already got that down here. He said, yeah. I seen your post on Facebook, but I didn't want to burst your little 15 minutes of fame and shit. But we already got that shit down here. I was like, man, ain't that a bitch? You know what I'm saying? So, down Georgia, excuse me. Down south, they already got the Crown Royal Peach. Up here, they don't got the Crown Royal Peach. At least in the can. You know what I'm saying? But I could have sworn we was talking about DMX and George Floyd. I don't know how the hell we got on Crown Royal Peach.
Yeah.
Hey, we was actually closing the show.
Oh yeah.
And then you started talking about your favorite thing, Crown Royal. So they opened the show back up again. You know. Hey. But we really closed the show now, y'all. So like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. That's the Gamer Show with an A. Don't forget to hit the Facebook store page to follow low prices. Don't forget to hit us up on VTime. Don't forget to subscribe, become a Gamers Club member. Right?
Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media networks. Join our Steam Us community and our website community where you can get free stuff. We will see you next time. Oh, and Cardi, don't forget to thank you again, Cardi, Shady Cartier, for coming on the show. And again, before we go, tell them where they can reach you at, Cardi.
Catch me on the Instagram. It's the unknown, period, unknown. It's the unknown, period, unknown. with an S on the second one, but instead of an S, use a 5. Instead of an O, use a 0. Hit us up. YouTube, Instagram, all of that. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure. Nice meeting you. And we will do this again, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, we gotta have y'all on our joint.
Hey,
We gotta
we
make
glad
I
to
need to
come.
pass too. I need to pass. So like, we need to end this and then call back.
Yeah. Y'all just stick around for the show to end. I hate y'all. But thank you for everybody on Twitch TV, YouTube, and Facebook for watching the show. Thank you for stop begging, for commenting. We're gonna send you something. We're gonna bless you with something, and we're also going to bless Pegasus, Progus, for and then the intro music just tapped out. But we're going to send you something, bruh, for taking the comments, sharing the comments, and you know, I'm good right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't drive nowhere, but I'm good. So we'll see.
I'm glad you're home.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna go fuck with the dogs. I'm probably take them out back and let them run around and shit. Kang.
All right, thanks again, y'all. We'll see you next time.
And we'll see you next time on WWTF.
We want the facts.
The Gamer Show.
See ya, guys. Thanks for watching.
I'll see y'all later. We'll see y'all later. Take it easy.